Hello and welcome to my video of inputs and outputs, terms, explanation and flow for PMP exam part 2. As I mentioned in the part 1, one of the common struggle for PMP aspirants is to memorize the inputs and outputs terms for each of 49 processes of PMBOK guide. Well, in this part 2 video, I will be sharing the inputs and outputs terms with explanation and flow to PMP aspirants. This consolidated inputs and outputs sheet will help you to identify the knowledge area and to eliminate the wrong answers from the scenario questions. Let's get started. If you are new to my channel and watching for the first time, let me welcome you first. I am Praveen Pasam and I am a certified project management professional and supply chain professional having 14 years of experience in various verticals. The tips and tricks I share in my channel are important ones what I studied during my PMP preparation. Please refer to my other important topics in my channel for better insights. Coming to slide number 1, point number 52, requirements management plan. It is a component of the project management plan that describes how project and product requirements will be analyzed, documented and managed. This is the output from plan scope management and input to develop project management plan. Coming to 53 point number, requirements traceability matrix, the grid that links product requirements from their origin to the deliverables that satisfy them. Typically, attributes used in RTM are a unique identifier, a textual description of the requirement, the rationale for inclusion, owner, source, priority, version, current status date, etc. This is the output from collect requirements and it goes to project documents as input. Coming to next point 54, resource breakdown structure, a hierarchical representation of resource by category and type. This is the output from estimate activity resources and it goes to project documents as input. Point number 55, resource calendars. A resource calendar identifies the working days, shifts, start and end of normal business hours, weekends and public holidays when each specific resource is available. It can be also specify when and for how long identified team and physical resources will be available during the project. It is the output from acquired resources and it goes to the project documents as the input. Coming to point number 56, resource management plan. It is a subsidiary plan of the project management plan that provides guidance on how project resources should be categorized, allocated, managed and released. It may contain a team management plan and physical resource management plan according to the specifics of the project. This is the output from plan resource management and input it becomes a component of the project management plan. Coming to point number 57, resource requirements, the type of quantities of resources required for each work package or activity in a work package. It can also include assumptions that were made in determining which type of resources are applied, their availability and what quantities are needed. It is the output from estimate activity resources and it goes as input to project documents. Coming to slide number 2, point number 58, risk management plan. It is a subsidiary plan of the project management plan that describes how risk management activities will be structured and performed. It includes risk strategy, methodology, roles and responsibilities, funding, timing, risk categories, risk breakdown structure, definitions of risk probability and impact matrix, stakeholders risk appetite, reporting formats, tracking, etc. This is outputs from planned risk management and input. It becomes a component of the project management plan. Coming to point number 59, risk register. Risk register will include list of identified risk, potential risk owners and list of potential responses as part of identify risk process. After qualitative analysis, updates like assessments for probability and impact for each risk, its priority level or score, nominated risk owner, all will be mentioned. And it is output from identified risk and it goes to project documents as inputs. Point number 60, risk report. After identify risk process, it gives information on sources of overall project risk together with summary information on identified individual project risk. It is output from identified risk and it goes as input to project documents. Please refer to my other topics, tools and techniques for better insights on the risk process. Coming to point number 61, schedule baseline. Approved version of schedule model that can be changed only through formal change control process and is used as basis for comparison to actual results. It is output from develop schedule and input to project management plan. Point number 62, schedule data. It is a collection of information for describing and controlling the schedule. It includes schedule milestones, schedule activities, activity attributes, and documentation of all identified assumptions and constraints. It could also include such items as resource histograms, cash flow projections, order and delivery schedules. This is the output from develop schedule and it goes as input to project documents. Point number 63, schedule forecast. Estimates and predictions of conditions and events in the project's future based on information and knowledge available at the time of the forecast. It is output from control schedule and it goes to the project documents as input. Point number 64, schedule management plan. A subsidiary plan of the project management plan that establishes the criteria and the activities for developing, monitoring and controlling the schedule. It includes how the remaining time management processes will be carried out, project schedule model development, release and iteration length, level of accuracy, unit of measure, organizational procedure, links, risks, rules of performance measurement, reporting formats, etc. This is the output from plan schedule management and it becomes a component of the project management plan. Point number 65, scope baseline. Scope baseline is the approved version of the project scope statement, work breakdown structure and WBS dictionary. The WBS is a hierarchical decomposition of the total scope of work to be carried out by the project team to accomplish the project objectives and create the required deliverables. This is the output, create work breakdown structure. It becomes a component of the project management plan as a input. Please pause the video and read through it carefully for better understanding. Coming to point number 66, scope management plan. It is a component of the project management plan that describes how the scope will be defined, developed, monitored, controlled and validated. This is the output from plan scope management and it becomes an input as a component of the project management plan. Point number 67, selected sellers. The selected sellers are those who have been judged to be in the competitive range based on the outcome of the proposal or bid evaluation. Final approval of complex high value, high risk procurements will generally require organizational senior management approval prior to award. This is output from conduct procurements and it goes to input as control procurements. Point number 68, sellers proposals. Proposal or bids received from sellers prepared in response to a procurement document package from the basic information that will be used by an evaluation body to select one or more successful bidders, that is sellers. Is the output comes from the project from sellers. This is outside the organization. It goes input to conduct procurements. Point number 69, source selection criteria. Various criteria developed and used by the buyers to score seller's proposal. That specific criteria may be a numerical score, color code or a written description and how well the seller satisfy the buying organization needs. This is output from plan procurement management and it goes as to the project documents. Point number 70, stakeholders engagement plan. It is a subsidiary plan of the project management plan that identifies the strategies and actions required to promote productive involvement of stakeholders in decision making and execution. It may also include specific strategies or approaches for engaging with individuals or group of stakeholders. This is output from planning stakeholder engagement and it becomes a component of the project management plan as input. Coming to input or output term 71, stakeholder register. This document contains information about identified stakeholders like name, organizational position, location, role, contact information, etc. Assessment information like major requirements, main expectations, potential influence, interest, etc. Stakeholders classification like internal, external, impact, influence, power, interest, upward, downward, outwards or sidewards, etc. This is output from identify stakeholders and it goes to the project documents as inputs. Point number 72, team charter. The team charter is a document that establishes the team values, agreements, operating guidelines, communication guidelines, conflict resolution process, etc. for the team. This is an important term. You can expect 1 or 2 questions in your final exam. Who is responsible to solve the conflict? There is the primary team member is responsible to resolve the conflicts and project manager will get involved after that in the second stage. This is output from plan resource management. It goes to the project documents as input. Point number 73, Team performance assessments, formal or informal assessments of project team's effectiveness as a result of team's assessments. Need for specific training, coaching, mentoring, assistance can be identified to improve the team's performance. This is output from developed team and input to manage team. Point number 74, test and evaluation documents. Test and evaluation documents can be created based on industry needs and the organization templates. They are used to evaluate the achievement of quality objectives. These documents may include dedicated checklist. This is output from quality, manage quality, and it goes to the project documents as input. Point number 75, verified deliverables. Deliverables internally inspected and approved for correctness. This is output from control quality and input to the validate scope. Point number 76, work performance data. Raw observations and measurements identified during activities being performed to carry out the project work. For example, work completed, KPI, technical performance measures, start and finish dates of scheduled activities, actual costs, actual durations, etc. This is the output from direct and managed project work, and this is the input to all monitoring and control process outside integration. All the above terms are really critical, and you can expect some questions in the final examinations. Coming to input output term 77, work performance information. The performance data collected from various controlling processes, analyzed in context and integrated based on relationship across areas. Examples of performance information or status of deliverables, implementation status for change request, and forecast estimates to complete. This is the output from all monitoring and control processes outside integration and input to monitor and control project work. Point number 78, work performance reports. Work performance reports are the physical or electronic representation of work performance information intended to generate decisions, actions, or awareness. For example, status reports, memos, justification, information notes, recommendations, updates, etc. This is the output from monitoring and control project work, and it goes as input to perform integrated change control, manage team, manage communications, and monitor risk. Note, updates to project management plan, project documents, and organizational process asserts are not covered in the list since they are output of several processes. As I mentioned before, please pause the video and go to the description carefully for better understanding and to link with the process flows. Please subscribe, watch my other videos for better insights. Thanks for your support.